Hey guys, I'm woke now, so fuck you. Oh yeah, also I can swear now. So this kind of started because over the summer I became very chronically online and I met a lot of very cool people and stuff. But when I was editing my Discord profile that I hadn't used in years, I had a very big decision to make called this fucking pronouns box. Now until that point I thought I went by he, him, but I figured I'd just let people call me whatever because to be honest, I didn't really give a shit. I didn't really think this meant anything until... So I have this friend who kept telling me I was secretly trans and I didn't know it yet, and this guy, he texted me at some ungodly hour of the morning saying something like, "Wait, you're actually trans? What the fuck?" At that point I found out that the T in LGBTQ actually encompasses anyone who goes by any pronouns they weren't assigned at birth, and at the time I thought I was gender fluid, so yeah, I guess I'm trans now. Yippee. I ended up only being gender fluid for a week, and then I thought about it some more and realized that I don't really see myself as a man, to be honest, but I don't really see myself as a woman either, so yeah, I stopped being gender fluid and well, you know. What's funny about this to me though is that the more I thought about this, the more I realized that this shit had actually been foreshadowed since I was 7 years old. The earliest example I can think of was when I was making an account for this website called Scratch. For those who don't know, it's this website that's meant to teach children coding, but I've seen people make some pretty crazy shit with it. It also has the Undertale fan game where San says, "Ayuda por favor." I apologize for the accent, I'm sorry. Wait, where was... So I was sitting there making my account, and when you make an account they ask for your gender. I think back then the options were male, female, and prefer not to say. I think now they have other because they're cool like that. But anyways, my 7-year-old self was sitting there thinking, well, I think I'm a boy. I like trains and shit. So I decided to click prefer not to say. I'm sure this isn't a sign of anything to come whatsoever. Another thing I've noticed is that I have a disproportionate amount of queer friends, even before I was trans I knew this. Off the top of my head, there's my best friend who I've known since I was 6, he's trans. I know 2 they thems, one person goes by any pronouns, another who's trans male to female. I know at least 3 gay people. Oh, my uncle's also gay, that's a 4th gay person. Actually, I think you get the point. Oh yeah, also, this is only including my friends who I know in real life, because I don't think I have a single online friend who is fully straight and cisgender. Yeah, I just wanted to point that out, to be honest. Actually, I should probably talk about how I came out. It's not that interesting, but this is my video, so I can do what I want, fuck you. So, myself and my family were on holidays in Iceland, of all places. I'll make a video on that at some point, maybe. And on one of the days, my parents wanted to take us to some hot spring. I realized they'd probably have gendered changing rooms and shit. If you're non-binary or even just transgender as a whole, using those changing rooms where they make you change in front of loads of other people is the single most dysphoric experience you can have, at least for me. So I wanted to make it clear to my parents how I feel about my gender. Oh yeah, by the way, in the script I have "wanted to" written in bold and italics. So the night before we were meant to go to the hot spring, I tried to tell them both what was going on, but my mom was in the shower, so I ended up just awkwardly telling my dad, "Hey, I've been thinking about going by they, them, maybe." And he wasn't offended or anything, so hey, that's pretty cool. After that I just went to bed, but he told my mom, and then my mom came in the next morning and started questioning me a lot about it, but she says she does accept me and shit, but also I think she thinks it's a phase, to be honest. Oh yeah, I just realized while writing the script, but my mom is the type of person to say, "His pronouns are they, them," and now I can't get it out of my head, please send help. Okay, this next part is actually low-key kind of traumatic for me, so yeah, I left a timestamp on the screen, hopefully, if I remembered. If you want to skip this part, I don't really mind, but it relates to the last part. Yeah, so remember how I was talking about the hot spring? Yeah, so I went into the hot spring, and in Iceland they have this weird custom where before and after you go into the hot spring you have to take a shower naked in front of loads of other naked people. Yeah, I think you can see why this is a problem. I don't actually want to talk about this anymore. You can use your imagination for what happened next, but yeah. Oh yeah, now is also a good time to mention that I live in Ireland, which in my opinion is just kind of mediocre for trans people. The government aren't really, explicitly transphobic or anything, but there's only one public gender clinic in the entire fucking country. Also, they're chronically understaffed and have a 10-year waiting list. Oh wait, the waiting list isn't even open right now. I love this country. I can't wait to sell my kidneys for some estrogen. I also live in the cesspit known as the shittier side of Dublin, so every time I go to school I always hear straight cis people saying a certain word that begins with the letter F that I don't think YouTube really wants me to say. So yeah, that's something. I can't wait for word to get out about my gender so I can be burned at the stake. That's gonna be fun. Yeah, I think that's enough negative shit to be honest, so I'm gonna talk about something else now. So I realised one day, around when I came out, that a lot of the fandoms I'm in are, well... Actually, you know what, I'm gonna list them for you real quick. Pokemon! Well, kind of. I never really get around to playing the newer games, but, like, I still do enjoy it. General Nintendo shit. Hermitcraft. Vocaloid. Deltarune. Genuinely though, I'm very grateful to a lot of these communities because I think without meeting people from them and talking to them, I don't think I ever would have really realised who I am, and yeah. Okay, that's enough yapping. Time for me to cut to me yapping after editing this shit. Hey guys, it's me after editing. Yeah, I was sick during the entire production of this video, including recording the audio. My voice is extremely fucked. I'm gonna go sit in a chair. Yeah, bye.